All right. Hello, Nintendo fans. My name is Mario Master. How are we doing today? And just as a little tidbit before we start this video, this is actually the second time I'm having to record this script. Somewhere along the line, for some reason, my entire audio recording for the script got deleted. So the second I opened DaVinci Resolve, the editing software that I use, I woke up to media not found. So this is the second time I'm having to record the script, and a lot of crashes and everything like that. This video has taken a lot longer than I thought, so it would be amazing if you guys actually subscribed. I was hoping this video would have been out like several days ago. But it has taken a lot longer than I thought it was going to because just DaVinci Resolve not cooperating whatsoever. And then now I have to re-record this entire script. So it would mean a lot if you actually subscribed, watch the entire video, like the video, do all that fun stuff. It means a lot and it does help a ton. So yeah, we are back on Forza Horizon 5 here. And I am back because while making the previous video, I had a thought. What is the best barn find car in the entire game? Well, I decided to find out. There are 14 barn find cars in the game, 13 of which you need to find you find throughout the game because of barn find rumors. Now, the 14th one is a little different, but we will get back to that. Now, we are going off of two systems here. We're going off pure speed, and we're going off of how well it can climb a mountain or a hill or whatever that may be. Now, and at the end I will do a final tier ranking of the best overall barn find car, and obviously this is just off of my opinion, so take of it what you will. Now, these cars have been tested, upgraded, tuned to the best of my abilities. Now, we are starting out with the 1973 BMW 2002 Turbo. Let's see how it can do. So, this thing can hold 266 miles per hour, but it can reach 269 miles per hour, almost cracking the 270, but just not able to hold it. Now, up next is the 1953 Chevrolet Corvette. Let's see what it can do. Now, this can do 229 miles per hour. It's definitely not bad. I have a feeling it's not going to be the worst on the list. It can push 233 miles per hour, but it just can't hold it. Now, next up is the 1999 Viper GTS ASR. Let's see what it can do. Okay. So I can't quite remember if you can put a spoiler on this car. I'm pretty sure you can. But 260 miles per hour, it's not too bad. I was hesitant to say that was its top speed, but it was able to hold 260 miles per hour and it was able to get up to 262 miles per hour. But next up is the 1968 Dart Hemi Superstock. Let's see what it can do. 255 miles per hour. Once again, not half bad. It was able to get up to 257 miles per hour, but just couldn't hold it, which you will realize with a lot of these barn find cars. They can get up to speed, but they just can't hold it. Next up is one of my personal favorite barn find cars, and one of my personal favorite cars IRL. Not this specific type of car, but overall, the 1989 F40 Competizione. That might be the most Italian thing I have ever said in my life. Maybe I really am Mario.
Horizon Arcade will begin soon. Good luck.
So, not as fast as I thought it was going to be, but it's still a pretty decent car, grabbing a 274 mile per hour and getting up to 277. But on to the next. Once again, one of my favorite cars IRL and in this game, but the 1962 Ferrari 250 GTO. Fun fact, one of the most expensive cars in the game, even though you get it for free, but, you know, whatever. So, it did 226. I'm a little disappointed. I thought it was going to do a little bit better. It was able to get up to 230, but just man, only 226 miles per hour. But next up is the 1968 Mustang 2+2 Fastback. Let's see what it can do.
Turn sharp left. Turn sharp left. In 200 yards, turn sharp left. Turn sharp left. In 200 yards, turn sharp left. In 400 yards, turn left. In 400 yards, turn sharp left.
Okay, so 232 miles per hour, which is actually faster than the 250 GTO. Impressive. And it can get up to 237 miles per hour, but it just can't stick with it. That's the thing with these barn find cars. They have like two speeds, They have like their top speed, like with every car in this game. They have their top speed and then they have like their downhill speed. And they just can't hold that downhill speed. But next up is the 1967 Racing Escort Mark 1. Let's see what it can do. So, it was a struggle to get this thing up to 220 miles per hour, but it could only hold 218. Not too great, but also not too bad. Next up is the 1956 Ford F100. Does anyone else find it weird that Ford has the most barn find cars? Or is that just me? Oof. Only 188 miles per hour. Damn, this thing really did not do well, did it? Well, I would say congrats to the 250 GTO. You're not the slowest by a long shot. But man, that's just sad. Next up is the 1970 Jimmy. Now, to say I was impressed by this car would be an understatement. Considering on how boxy and semi uncontrollable this car is, I thought maybe it was going to do the same as the F100, but it cracked 208 and was able to get up to 213. Color me impressed. Up next is the 1991 Jaguar Sport XJR 15. Let's see what it can do. Yeah, I mean, I knew what this car was capable of. This thing was able to get up to 281 miles per hour, cracking the highest speed out of any of the barn find cars, and was able to get up to 283 miles per hour. Now, there is a reason I put this car in my top 10 recommended cars list for my video. Check it out if you haven't already. Shameless plug. Anyway, moving on to the 1973 911 Carrera RS, which, fun fact, is one of the only barn find cars that you can actually put a body kit on. Let's see what it can do. Well, I don't know why I was so impressed by this, but the Porsches in this game are actually pretty decent. This was able to get up to 244 miles per hour, or it was that was its top speed, and it was able to crack 247 miles per hour. I tried to get it to 250, but I just couldn't do it. I bet if I really tried, I could get it up to 250 miles per hour, but I just couldn't do it. And now for the last barn find car, the 1993 number one T100 Baja truck. Let's see what it can do. So, this is the first barn find car that didn't have a great improvement when going downhill. It got 233 miles per hour, and that was it. All right, well, that was every single barn find car, right? Wait, didn't I say there were 14 barn find cars? There are 14 barn find cars in the game. There are 14 barn find cars in the game. Oh, yeah, that's right. We have one more barn find car. The 1968 Renault 4L Export. Now, this is the true last one. And I saved this one for a very specific reason. You actually need to buy a house to even get the barn find rumor for this car. Now, the house you need to buy is I'm sorry, I'm about to butcher this. The Banuas Vistas. Here it is on the screen. I know I butchered it. I'm sorry. English is my language. I do not speak Spanish. I'm sorry. So yeah, you actually need to buy a house to get the barn find rumor, which technically that means that the Renault 4L Export is the only car that you is the only barn find car that you technically need to spend money on. And well, this is probably one of the worst barn find cars, only getting a 182 mile per hour and only be able to get up to 185 miles per hour. Really competing for the Ford F100 to go the slowest. So, yeah. Now that was all for the speed department. On to the next, which is the mountain climb department. The mountain of choice was the La Gran Caldera, aka the volcano. Same thing with the speed section. They're all going to start from the same spot. They're going to be in the exact same order that the speeds were. So, yeah. Now, I'm going to try, keyword try, I'm going to try and add a timer for these. They're probably going to be inaccurate, or I'm going to try to get them as accurate as I possibly can. This is going to be probably one of the longer sections. So, yeah, but let's get to it. Here's all the cars and their times. Boom, go. Okay, so I just decided to combine all of the mountain runs. I just thought that would be easier than to show you every single one individually, like I did with the speed test. Um, there was no real easy way to get like the times that I wanted and everything like that. But while editing, they all ended up looking practically identical in time. So I just combined them all together. So here they all are. Hooray! On to the next segment or whatever. So, after seeing that, we are moving on to the final ranking. Let's get to it. Okay, here we are on Tier Maker. This is the final thing, the final ranking. So, I'm going to be going off of just pure feel, speed, gameplay, how they did on the mountain test, all that fun stuff, and how I personally feel about the car themselves. I'm going to try and keep like design and like how I feel about the cars in real life out of it, but that will, I I mean, it's gonna weigh in. But anywho, first up, we got the 2002 BMW Turbo uh, from 1973. I mean, it's decent. I would say A, I guess. I mean, it's a decent car. Corvette, C. I mean, you can just buy this car like the Barbie version, so it really makes this a lot less special, you know? So, yeah. Um, Viper. I mean, it's decent. It's not also amazing. I don't know, the handling on it's pretty the speed on it is actually pretty decent. The Dart Hemi Superstock. Now, I know this thing is a really good drag car, so that's going to be I guess A. I mean, once again, not amazing. Now, F40, I bet if I actually, customize this so it could turn better, it would probably do a little bit better, but I would say B. It's definitely not the best thing in the world. You can get it to 999 or X rating or whatever, but it's just not worth it. Um, 250 GTO, same thing as the F40, just not really worth your time. I mean, it's gonna be cool. Yeah, you get to flex in one of the most expensive cars in the game, but you get it for free anyway, so whatever, no one cares. The Mustang 2x2 fastback. I mean, once again, it's just decent. It's okay. Um, if you're looking for a classic American muscle car that you can put a wicked muffler on it, there you go. Racing Escort Mark 1. I mean, if you upgraded it correctly, I actually bet it would be pretty decent. It was pretty decent. It just didn't turn too well, but I mean, that's not really what it was made for. I bet if you turned it into like, you know, a dirt track car, it would probably do pretty decent. Ford F100, F, just not worth it. Just not worth your time. Eh. The GMC Jimmy, I mean, for how fast it can be, I bet it would be pretty good off road, but there's no question. This thing is a fucking monster. It's a beast. All around probably the best barn find car in my opinion. Um 911 Carrera, I mean, the body kit, it having body kits, it actually did pretty well. Honestly, I'll put it in S. I mean, it's the most customizable out of any of the barn find cars. It's a pretty decent car, all things considered. All around, I would recommend it. F100 Baja. Um, I mean, if you actually made it so it's an off-road car and not, built for speed, I bet it would be pretty decent. I didn't build it for an off-road car. I built it for speed, and it's really uncontrollable. And there's no question here. The Renault, especially because you have to buy a house to get the barn find rumor for this car, really makes this thing just not worth it whatsoever. It is not worth your money because technically you have to buy this car. Like you have to buy the Renault. You're buying the house to get the barn find rumor for this, and that's just not worth your time. So that's it for the ranking, and that is it for the video. So if you've stuck around until the end, I thank you so much. Please, please, please consider subscribing. Like I said at the beginning, this video has taken me so long. I would say this video probably took me about the same length, if not longer, than the Pokemon Sword video, but just by pure editing. But yeah, please subscribe, comment, do all those things. But thank everybody so much for watching. That's it. Peace.